What's up, guys? It's been a minute. Yeah. Um, so I am struggling, right? There's only so many hours within the day, and it seems like almost every single hour is accounted for. And I am struggling to find my balance right now. Um, and I think it has something to do with like all the changes that I'm having to make in my schedule that I had pretty much perfected. Um, I was going to the gym at 5:30 in the morning. So that means I was waking up around, hold on, the cat's being weird. Stop. She's also a lot of time. You know what I mean? The girl needs attention, food, cleaning, and everything else underneath the sun. Get your ass now. Um, but yeah. So I was going to the 5:30 in the morning class, and it was working out pretty good just because like I got it out of the way and I was able to just boom 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 with the rest of my day and I had free time. And then my mom said that she wanted to start leaving earlier for work, meaning that it was pretty much a close cut, about by the time I get home, by the time she needs to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like some days I was able to make that, but then other days I wasn't, just because of like traffic and things like that. So I had to stop. Um, so going to like, I will say it's not as bad going to the 4 and 5 p.m. class. Like those, that it actually works out really good as well. You know what I'm saying? It's just an in between time. Um, but my schedule, I have to account for days lost that are preventative. Like I know, or not preventative, but like I already know about them. Can't think of the word for that. So it's like my son's taking a week off for spring break here in March. And I'm not going to take him to the daycare that he would be going to because it's all the way out in Dayton. And where? And that's just not feasible. And then to have to pay for that too, like, bro, it's a waste of money. She likes the stand. I don't know what that's about. She's rubbing on it, and then next thing you know, she's fighting it. So if I jiggle, it's not me. It's not me. Um, but yeah, so like having to drive all the way out to Dayton, and yes, it would give me a longer time frame to work, but then when that money turns around and goes right back into that daycare, it's no point. I'm not making anything. And then on top of that, gas too, like that drive, traffic is ridiculous. So, bruh, you know what I mean? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put those days doubled up somewhere else. Like there are days right now where I'm working like 7 to 8 hours. So it's like 4 hours you're at the top. And then I'll come home, I'll get AJ, and we'll probably get like 30 to 45 minutes before I go back to work. And either he gets picked up from there or mom's here already. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like I just get home when I get home. But on those days, like the only available time for me to really work out is in the morning. Again, I can't do that if she wants to leave to work early. So I am finding this weird groove of just making it. Literally just making it. I mean, yeah. And like it made me think about everything else too, cuz like we had a little impromptu play date. There's a guy who works with my mom. He's got kids around the same age. So he was like, "Hey, I'm taking my kids to this play thing. You want to come?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just cleaning anyways, but I can do that later. So we went and had the kids had a ball. They were running around. They were there for like 3 or 4 hours. It was great. But as him and I were talking, we're both single parents, and it, he was like, so what would you say? like your biggest struggle is. And it was that I'm already limited on time, and the thought of wasting more time on someone who's, in my opinion, what I run across the most is people who are ingenuine. Like, you just, you can smell the phoniness coming off, and it's crazy because at a certain point, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand where it's like, oh, I want to impress this person because I like this person. And that's different than faking the funk. Like, to try to become a whole new person is just ridiculous. And that's what I run into a lot, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and what I get from that is that people aren't looking at me necessarily to try to get to know me. They're looking at me for my aesthetics. And that's what they want because they feel like it will complement their lifestyle or whatever that they've got going on. And they just want that. Do they necessarily know how to love and take care of me? No, but they want me. And that don't work. That don't work. Um, I've been in that situation before, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just now learning of how to catch that behavior, like intuition, certain characteristics, and like how people talk and how they act. Very much clearing the fog on that. You know, on his side, he has a really good job with the government, and so he comes across a lot of begging ass females. I ain't gonna lie, like, homie told mom about this time where he had went out for drinks or whatever at the bar and was just chilling, and like some really attractive female was like, you know, chatting him up, and it wasn't nothing on like no dating or anything. It was literally like they just met at the bar and just started up a conversation. All right, cool. But then towards some part of that conversation, she started talking about how she wanted him to pay her bills. Like, I think it was a car note or mortgage or something like that. But you know, I kind of feel like the audacity is at an all-time high for both genders, um, because females, you are not owed anything for the simple fact of being a female. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds very much like what is expected is husband behavior before having a husband. And like, I see all the jokes. I at least I think it's jokes, like about people saying like, oh, like if you want me to go out on a date with you, you gotta get my nails, hair, and my feet done and get a new outfit because you asked me out on the date. Okay, but the date is so that you guys can get to know each other. So for me, I don't necessarily need you to spend like a huge grip on this date itself and all. Like, I'm not gonna, I don't need you to do all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here to just see if I even like you for real. And if I don't want nothing from you. I'm also not one of those people that like, oh, if you're gonna buy me something, just buy it. No, because people giving you things comes with attachments. If they're not trying to get something from you, they're trying to, like, I don't know, have like a sense of power over the money or the item that they have given you or done for you. Like, oh, I got your nails done. Like, you owe me this. Not necessarily sexual in nature, but it's a bargaining chip. And that's just something I've never been comfortable with. So it quite frankly, don't that's weird to me. It makes me feel like you're trying to buy me. And then when I feel that way, I very much get detached, because if you're just trying to buy me, you ain't trying to get to know me. You're buying an object. You're buying a very pretty doll, a very expensive pretty doll. And that's just not where I'm at with that. Um, you know, and so then like on the flip side of that, the audacity of some of the guys that approach me, and it's not all, but it's very much they look at me as like, oh, you're single, and yes, you're out in the dating field, and so like you must be desperately needing something. I'm not struggling for nothing, babes, at all. I've got a job. I've got a very nice, you know, living situation. It's not like I'm not down bad. I don't know how to, you know, say that I don't know. I don't know. Like there's no desperateness in the fact of me being in the dating field. And I get a lot of that too because it's like my age. Like I'm turning 35, but everybody expects like, oh, you're 35, like you must be trying to get married right away. No, I'm not. I mean, if it happens, cool, yeah. But at the same time, can we just get to know each other? Like I'm okay with taking my time on things, like and making sure that it's right because again, I don't want to waste my time on it. But the way that a lot of men approach me is like quick, fast, and in a hurry. Like they're trying to get it done right now, right here, by any means possible. And it's just kind of like, yo, I don't know what about this picture or my conversation skills. Maybe I'm lacking in that a little bit, but I don't know, whatever is giving you this impression of I need you is just crazy. It's just crazy. And this is why I say I feel like the audacity of the men, because I'm not giving off that aura. I'm not asking you for nothing. I'm not in these bad states or like, where I'm just like struggling super hard. I don't need you. And the audacity for you to approach me like that, it puts a real bad taste in my mouth. It puts a real bad taste in my mouth. So, so it's, and then you're dealing with that. And then, of course, it's like what I was talking about earlier when it comes to time. My son needs time. And my mother needs time. The cat needs time. The bearded dragon needs time. Like, I need time. And how do I find that time? Where am I supposed to get it from? You know what I'm saying? Like, I work 6 days a week. And yeah, it's only 4 hours a day. But like I said earlier, some of these days are getting added up. I need an hour out the day for the gym. I need a few hours at least just to hang out with AJ because he's like, we didn't spend no time together. You know what I'm saying? And then the cat, as she's biting Sydney's tank. Obviously, this weirdo needs attention. Get off her tank. Move. Sydney needs attention, you know what I'm saying? Because of course she's in the tank most of the time. So we gotta let her out. We gotta give her some loving. We gotta let her play. Um, you know what I mean? And then on top of that too, like I need time for me and my hobbies. I like to make my waist beads. I like to read, which audiobooks is completely helping with that. Thank God. Thank God. But my self-care, like I need a hair done. I do get my nails and my feet done. I could not go too much longer without doing that just because all the oils and everything else on my hands is just it was messing me up. So I needed to correct that. Um but and then like my spiritual practices too, like my tarot reading, my studying, like I need time for everything. Get off my books. Oh my God. Get off my books. This is why she needs time. This little mofo is eating paper, chewing up my books. Girl. Anyways, so now I will say I am learning time management as well too. And this is one of those things where it's like, I know it's not always just because I don't have the time. A lot of times, not a lot of times, I say like 60-40. I get overstimulated and just can't freaking move. I just have to sit there. I just have to breathe. And I have to collect myself because it's everything is happening. Everything is getting to me, the sounds, the light, um the task, like everything is getting to me. So, trying to work on that too. Shoot, like and then you throw in like our current uh political climate. Scary. scary because it's like, what the F is going on? And I can feel change happening, but not necessarily what to do. And it's not even to combat the change, it's to just stay on board while the change happens. I feel like we are on some boat and it's rocking, just rocking. And I need to grab hold of something that way I can prepare for the change. And right now I feel like I can't grasp anything. Um it's so much happening, and honestly, the news, I can't listen to that because they're so one-sided depending on what network you're listening to. And like, I don't need that. I need to know what's real so I can make an informative decision on what I agree and don't agree with. And it's like, within doing that, you find out all these like hidden and effed up ways that our government has been sliding laws into like packs, where it's like 16 different things all at the same time, but one of them is a bitch. And then like the rest of them are like, okay. So finding all these things out, well, not necessarily finding them out, but having to go and search for what was passed and what was just said was going to happen. Like, you have to find like a balance, and also like an informative current that you can stay on track with. Like, the only places I really get my news are, and this is gonna sound crazy, but it's like from a few of my TikTok people, and I went to them on Instagram and stuff. But yeah, and they break it down. They're not one sided. They are very much just reporting. And I love that for me, because these people, of course, some of them do align like I do. They're like, no, I don't like this, or no, I don't agree with this, and this is what this was done, and this, this is what's supposed to be done, whatever the case may be. But it's also very clear cut and informative. It will show you, some of my favorite creators, they show you the headline. They're like, look, this is what it said. I'm gonna tell you what it means. And then they break it down for you. Those are like my best. And there's a few of them, because it's consciously legally hype. Jay William, that kid, oh, bless him. He's a godsend. Bless him, because we needed that kid. Um, booked by something, and too raw, too real. Um, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, but those are the people that I go to listen to what is happening, because they're breaking it down. Now, are they giving their opinions on things as well? Yes, but they are breaking it down, and they just agree with what they agree with, versus watching other people or the actual news. They sort of break it down, and then they just play up their opinion. They very much color it to where, oh, well, blase blase, but this right here, yada 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 yada, and then this is like the focal point of everything, and they tie everything to it. It's like that psychological thing where it's like, you believe in it so much that you find facts to prove what you believe. It's not the other way around. Like, you're not using your facts to find a belief. You are using your facts to basically solidify your belief already. Like, you've already got in the bag that you think this. Now everything else makes that just. Um and yeah, that's just I can't deal with that. Like, I'm sorry. I don't like fluff in my news media. It's the news. When did this, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna say I never watched the news, but the way and how they are speaking on certain things, it's very alarming, because y'all aren't being real. You are not giving me like any actual factual information. You are giving me a plain cut opinion, and then backing it up with random tidbits of facts. So yeah, very much, very much in an overstimulated mind frame as of lately. Um, so I don't know. I don't know what I should do. what I can do. No, that's a lie. I do know what I can do. It's just a matter of getting myself to do it. And with my ADHD brain, that's another thing. I need to make some appointments. I need to go see someone for real and like actually get diagnosed. The last time I was diagnosed, anxiety and depression, but I feel like it goes deeper than that. And I want to learn that way I can find better coping mechanisms to help me function better. Because there are some things that I go through that I know just aren't a plain cut like anxiety and depression. Like there's no way, my guy, that this is the all. Like this ain't everything. It can't be. Um so yeah. Maybe when I come back I'll have some appointments to talk about and see what we can grow from it. Hopefully some better understanding. I finally got in to see the dentist though. They didn't do anything other than took pictures of my teeth because apparently they don't do anything without the insurance. And so, okay, they took the pictures. And then next time I'll do my cleaning. And then I guess the next time, whatever else I need, I don't know. But good thing is they take appointments on Saturdays, which is my only day off. So, yeah, sucks. But I guess I'm getting stuff done. So, yeah. These two motherfuckers is just staring at each other. It's a bit alarming now. Let me get out of here, man. It was nice catching back up. Diary. I'll see you again because I need some release. So yeah, you have a good day.